Hi guys, this is Tobias DL3MHT with a short update of my do-it-yourself Insta360 OneR external microphone adapter. As you can see, I finally managed to print a case with my 3D printer. So this is how it looks like. So the PCB is basically mounted here with four, plastic pins, grommets, I don't know how you should say that. Then here we have a hole for the switch. For the microphone detection, here's the 3.5mm jack. I mean, you've already seen that in my shorts video, but now this thing is mounted in the case, and there's also a lid that goes on top, which looks like this. And yeah, if I glue it shut like this, then it is ready to go. So if you want, let's have a closer look at the different iterations that I went through when I 3D printed this, because this is unfortunately not the first successful print, but I think it's iteration number 2 or 3 that I printed. First attempt had a few bad print parameters, so the surface here on the top was not so nice with my 3D printer. My printer can only print with a raft, and if the parameters are not right, the raft does not really separate nicely from the model. So that one was failed print parameters. This is the same model now with slightly improved print parameters. At least that's the one that I stuck to. And this is where I made a small mistake, because this USB breakout board obviously has female and a male connector side, so making the display the case so wide that everything disappears inside the case is not a good idea. So I've redesigned it and shortened it, which means I've had to reshuffle the pins here for mounting the PCB around a bit, and this is almost a good version. The only thing here I missed is the distance between the PCB and the outside. So let me open this up. So here you can see the PCB inside and the distance here between the PCB and the housing. If you get it right, you see this ridge here on the male USB connector. So that one will sit on the inside, and it will just stick out the right amount. So this is now the final variant, how it looks like. Or final for the moment, or as far as I take it, let's put it that way. Okay, and for comedic effect, I'm using my Anker power station. Again, that should power the Insta360 for a few hours. So putting that on the floor and the camera on a tripod might be a good idea. And here you already see the drawback of this USB breakout board. It is so wide that if I plug it in here, it obscures, maybe 1.5 ports here on this power station. And I swear I'm not sponsored by Anker. It's just the most convenient thing to use. I just plonk it on the desk, and I have 230 volt and I have USB output. So I swear I'm not sponsored by Anker. Okay, so connect the USB cable to the camera, and as you can see, the charging light goes on, drawing about 9 watts. I power up the camera now, and hello, good morning, wake up. Yep, now it's powered up, and as you can see, it already shows the microphone icon here, because I've already flicked the switch here on the side to 1. When I flick it again, you see the microphone icon is disappearing. So switch it on again. And now, of course, we would need to connect a microphone in order to see something on the VU meter. So 3.5mm adapter. This is a self-powered microphone from Boya. So if you want to use that with the electric capsule, you probably need to add a capacitor and steal some voltage from the 5-volt line in order to power your electric capsule with a bit of a maybe a voltage divider resistor. I don't know, 2.2 kilo ohm. I don't Depends on your microphone capsule. Anyway, as you can see, directly connected on an active Boya lavalier mic. You see the VU meter jumping around. And if that all looks a bit wonky here, that's because I have not glued down the case yet and I have not bolted down the PCB in the case. So this is just a quick demo until I give it the finishing touches. Yeah, so that took much longer than I thought with the different iterations I went through for printing the case. But I think, yeah, I can call this project now finished and move to the next one. So thanks for watching for the moment, and until next time. 73.